Hello everyone, I am Eun-gyo, a wondan professional from Korea. Starting from today, I'm going to have a lecture about judgment. I think judgment is one of the most difficult parts in Go. Even top players, I think, is still difficult. If you ask me how many times I do a judgment each game, I'd say more than 50 times. More than that, I think. Because I think I start doing a judgment after around 50 moves. Then let's say the game ends around 250 moves. Then after 50 moves, I still play more than 100 moves, right? Then every time I play a move, I think I should judge. Because according to the situation, depending on the board condition, I can change my strategy. If I'm ahead, I can play it safe. If I'm behind, I can take some risks. Judgment is that much important. Anyways, we cannot improve our judgment skills overnight. So let's just enjoy this lesson, okay? Before we start, let me show you how to count your territory. Let's look at the board. This is a 1Q players game. White played on the lower side, white just extended here. This is black's turn. Who do you think is leading this game? White played here. This is 82nd move. So they played 82 stones on the board. There are 82 stones on the board. Who do you think is leading? You can pause the video and count both players' territory. Okay? All right, let's count together. When it comes to judgment, it's important to assume correctly what is gonna happen later. So in the upper right corner, this is the right sequence. Yeah, black has this end game, but it's a bit complicated, so let's just assume it goes like this. Yeah, something like this. Yeah. And this is black's privilege, but we don't know who is gonna capture this one stone or this one stone. And white can block here. White can block here, then black should answer. I'm just making the right shape. And this is sente. Yeah, something like that. And then we can start counting, okay? So let's start with white's territory. Yeah, in this case, we can assume both players are descending like this. Yeah, let me start from white's territory. Yeah, and if black captures this, black can break more, but I can assume white descends here. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I counted this dead stone. 15, 17, 18, 15, 16, 17, 18. Am I correct? And 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. And this area. 2 points. One more. And one more. Yeah, I cannot do this. Yeah, let's go with 27 for white. Okay. How about black's territory? Yeah, let's go with this. Yeah, let me do the same thing as before. Let's count black territory. Yeah, black can descend this way. And yeah, black can capture this one stone, but white can capture this one stone as well. So in this case, you should count the minimum amount of territory. This is, we can say, fixed territory for black, because later white can do this, then black should fix here. Yeah, we can count the minimum amount of territory. Does it make sense? So that's why I'm counting this way: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And these are four points. So 17, 18, 19, 12. And this area is considered 10 point. So 30 for black, and here I think it's around 10 point, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm a bit generous here. More generous than the left side for white anyways. So I counted black territory as 40. So black has 40 points and white had 27, right? So the difference is 13 without komi. So black is leading by 6.5 points. Yeah, but this is a fixed territory for both. So we should consider the potential for both places. So let's say black has a thickness, and this is weak, this is weak. It's gonna be under attack. It's gonna be under attack. So black has more potential than white in this area, but white has potential here. White can approach here, then white can make more than 10 points over here. So we should consider that kind of thing after we counted fixed territory. Yeah, I think black's potential here and here is bigger than white's potential over here. So I think black is ahead with territory around 6.5 point, but also leading by potential. So I'm sure in this board position, we can say black is leading. But how many? Can you guess what AI thinks? AI thinks that black is leading by 6.5 point. Yeah, it was very similar to the counting of territory, what I did. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. I wanted to show you how to calculate each player's territory. So you should assume how it goes. Does it make sense? So it was black's turn. Actually, one more thing is important when it comes to judgment is how to continue the game. So I said black has a huge potential over here. This is weak, but how to play? This is black's turn. So in the game, black played here, it was excellent. Knowing how to play is very important. Yeah, this kind of tactic is very useful. Yeah, already black gained a lot. So after this sequence, black started leading more than 6.5 point, of course. Or black can approach from this side. Yeah, black has number of options, but I think this is the best. All right, now we studied how to calculate, how to count the territory. Let's move on. All right, this is my game, the game I played with Triton Baduk a few days ago. In the beginning, I think I just play opening with my knowledge. I don't think I do a judgment in this kind of stage of the game. Yeah, I just played some familiar sequences, but around this time of the game, I think I did judgment. So this is move 35. So what I did when I was playing was like, 10, 20. Yeah, in the beginning, I think I do a judgment with 10-point unit. Does it make sense? So I have a 10-point unit. So 1, 2. Yeah, let's go this way. 1, 2. It's not accurate. And here, 1.5, 15. So already 45. So over 50 for me. What about white? 10, 20. I thought I could invade here this way or this way. So I thought this is not 100%. So I counted like 10, 20, 30, more than 30. So 1.5. Then white has only 35, but I have already 50. So I thought I started leading from here, but I was not correct. I was wrong. This is my counting. But you guys can see how I do a judgment, even I'm not correct. Yeah, I'm just letting you know I'm doing this way. What I did wrong was I think I underestimated white's potential on the upper side. Yeah, white could have played here first. Let's say if it's white's turn, white can go here, white can exchange this, white can attack this group. Yeah, I didn't think this way. I missed this part. Yeah, this is weaker than I thought, and I didn't count the potential of the upper side. Yeah, I have a tendency to be generous towards me when I count my territory. Anyways, this is the game. Yeah, here I'll give you a question. This is white's turn after this exchange. Who do you think is leading this game? Yeah, you can pause the video and yeah, you can count each player's territory and tell me who you think is leading. Okay, this is my game, right? I'm black. I thought I was doing okay. Yeah, I blocked here and I descended here and I thought this group is almost alive. So what I counted was like 10, 20, 30, 30-ish. Here is 15 and more than 5. So yeah, like earlier calculation, I thought I have 50-ish. And for white, I thought this is thin. So less than 10 point. And here is 10. And yeah, it was similar to the previous judgment. And this is not 100%. So maybe more than 10 points or something like that. So yeah, I'm still leading by more than 10 points on the board, but I was totally wrong. So AI's judgment is white is leading. Actually, I was shocked when I reviewed this game with AI because my judgment was totally wrong. White was leading by 3.5 points, almost 4 points. So what I missed in this situation was I thought this group is strong, this group is weak, but it was the opposite. Yeah, white is leading by around 3 or 4 points if white follows this sequence. Split here, I should run, then attack this way, I should run, then white can connect here. Then do you see the difference between this sequence and what I said earlier? I said this group is weak, right? But now this group is running. So white can shoulder hit here, then the bottom side could be less than 30 points, which was my counting. Yeah, that was my misjudgment. And later white can attack this group. Yeah, if this is Sente, then yeah, white can do more attack here. Yeah, I didn't see this at all. Yeah, this is amazing. I thought this is pretty strong. I can invade here in the future, but this is white's turn. White can split here. Then, yeah, the upper side is absolutely more than 10 points. Yeah. So when it comes to judgment, it's extremely important to know that how the game goes, right? But in this situation, I didn't know that. But my opponent played this way. So yeah, after this move, the game became even because as you see, this looks a bit slow, right? It could have been more attacky, more aggressive. Now that I can escape this way, the game became almost even. Yeah, it's very hard to tell. It's very subtle, but we can see that the flow compared to the AI suggestion, now the flow becomes a bit more favorable for black. Because this is not split yet. Yeah, black can connect with this group. And yeah, white couldn't play this move for free. Yeah, something like that. Right, I showed you my game to explain how I count in my actual game, and I wanted to show you what is important in judgment. Based on what I showed you earlier, like when it comes to counting, you should assume how it goes in the future. Like if we want to calculate the upper right corner, let's say you should do something like this kind of simulation. So white's minimum territory is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, you can remember this method at least, and then you can apply it to your actual games. Yeah, if you are able to calculate your fixed territory and your opponent's fixed territory, I think it's a big step. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!